So this has been just a really fun experience for me because I have not taken a lot of workshops. Doing art is very new to me. I've been a photographer all my life, but I've never really done a lot of art. And my training is in science. So I'm a plant geneticist, and this whole experience, actually there's a lot of science to it because this whole understanding color and how to mix it has just been so fun learning it. I have to say, it's really meditative while you're sitting down mixing colors and just trying to get the color that you really love. Just so fun for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I come from a slightly different approach in that I've taken a lot of workshops, but I wasn't trained in art. I was in art history, and so I've done a lot of workshops with interesting people and different types of workshops. But Mark's stands out in that he really has a very clear background in teaching at a university level for 30 years. And so you get the academics and the technical information, but there's a lot of empathy that he shows and a lot of philosophy on art, a lot of questions he raises. He's really open to discussion, which just makes it such a pleasure to be here, you know?
And then the readings at the end.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite parts. I love the readings.
Yeah.
It just makes you think, because art is, it's thinking, but it's doing, but it's really thinking.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the intimate time, the intimate setting that is here at the workshop. You really truly feel like you're a part of this little home, this group.
Can I just show that we're in the kitchen right
Yeah.
now? Just so you see what we're talking about.
Right. And they really do, Mark and Maria, really do go that extra mile to make you feel comfortable, and I've really appreciated that. In my art practice, I've always been fearful of mixing color. That's not something that I feel really comfortable with. It's kind of straight out of the tube, and that's something that I've wanted to change. And so when I signed up for Mark's class, that was my intent. And he really does a great job of laying it out and showing, in a really understandable way, like, I can do this. It's not as daunting as it might seem. So I'm excited to get back home and work that into my own practice.
And I like that he gave us books to read and continue with the practice.
Right.
And that his demonstrations were really clear, but then he made you go do it, which maybe you realized it wasn't quite as clear as you thought. It was a little harder than you expected.
Right.
And then you could bring him over to problem solve. And, but I just loved all those stages from mixing to designing to...
Right.
It's great.
And I think in that intimate space of 7 or so, is that what it is today? You have that approachability with him. You can just call him over and say, gosh, can you help me with this? I'm really having a hard time. And he makes you feel so comfortable and relaxed and able to ask questions. So.
Yeah.
And I also think a key ingredient is a lot of workshops are 2 days and maybe 2 short days. And this being 3 days for me makes a huge difference. I feel like the first day was hard for me to grasp some concepts. Second day I was definitely getting there and having fun designing. And now I'm just sort of going crazy.
Right.
Yeah, it's fun.
In a good way.